we are back again. I'm so sorry for what happened, and we really thankful for your patience in this. Never happens before, but I can see that it's not lagging as much. I can see me moving. Yay!
Yeah, so we're working through the through browser now instead of Steam. So
yeah,
we've tried something very different, and hopefully this will make it work for us.
Yeah. So this is our first Tabletopia stream, so hopefully this is better.
Okay, it is now my turn. I have...
So welcome back, everybody.
Alright, so these are my cards. I've only got one god card. And if I play that god card, all of these ones are going to disappear. Because you can only have as many god cards here as there are players plus one. However, some others may come down later. So I am going to play it. I'm going to make a meeple placement. So I'll put this here just for now. And where I want to go is down here. And I want to do 2 tasks. So I'm going to have to use a white meeple. That's going to cost me 1 food to go around there. So I have to spend a potato. And then it's going to give Rainer 1 point for me using his stairs. Alright.
Thank you.
Looks like people are saying that it's much better and everybody can see. I can actually see it as well, that it is moving. So it is on YouTube only now. I just stop everything else but YouTube. So and hopefully it's working well from now on. So we might have to kind of explain a couple of things. So if you have any questions, put in the chat room. I'll try to go back and forth and then trying to answer your questions.
Yep. Alright, so...
and I'll keep an eye on it as well.
Thank you so much.
Alright, so I played a priest. I paid a potato to gain an extra task. I can also take a god card. So I can pick any one of these that I wish. I might do that at the end of my turn, just so I've got a little time to think. Then, for my tasks, I'm going to do a production. So normally... So this means I can use the effect of my production building, which is to get 3 stone. Now, there are some actions where when you do a production action it flips over, but am I right in saying this is not one of those? I just get to do the production and keep the card face up.
That is correct.
So that's what I want. And then my second one is going to be to get weavings. So once again I get 3 choices. I'll just zoom in on my space. Now I really want this one because I'll get another match. So I can do that. And the other 2, so I could, so that will cost me 1 corn, correct?
Yep.
Now I could spend this corn and the gold on my soldier card to get another one. Oops, where did it go? But neither of these is going to extend my current tapestry, and Rainer doesn't have, he has 1 gold, Stella has 1 gold, so unless they've got a gold in hand, they're not going to buy these weavings. So I'm just going to...
Well, and even if we did, so basically the army cards, you can spend them as a free action on your turn.
Oh, okay.
So there's nothing that I can do at least about this, and Stella, yeah, you can't get one either.
Okay. These weavings discarded, are they?
Yep.
So those are discarded, and then a new one is flipped up. Ooh, interesting. Alright, and now I've got something that will flip my production back. So I've got something that's going to go really well on production.
You might want to turn off the volume on the bottom left corner of Tabletopia. Yeah, thank you.
Don't like the card flipping.
Alright.
And I get to pick up a god card, and then this will all stay.
And then this one will... Yep, it will.
So what do I want to do next?
What are you doing next? I have no idea what I'm going to do next. So yeah, everyone just says everyone's working fine. Whew. And everyone asks, what's the problem? It was the Tabletopia on Steam. Seems to be giving us a bit of a lag.
Okay.
And now it's Tabletopia on
browser.
Browser, yes.
And that's your soldier card, Stella. It fell out of your hand.
Sorry, thank you.
Some
What?
Mine fell out of my hand as well. So.
Okay, where's my shoulder card?
I put it in
soldier.
front of your tapestry.
I can't see it. It's still in my hand.
This one with a corn on it?
Yeah, I got it in my hand.
That's probably an artifact of it. Just put it back on here because she.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I think it's just because we're switching around from different platform.
Yep. All right. Do you want to recruit this last meeple from here?
So if I do that, I'll get 1 point, correct? Because that would trigger the first
first festival.
Do it. Do it.
But I kind of want to have another turn before the festival, I think. Go.
All right.
It's very immature.
Sorry.
Okay.
So I'm not entirely happy with the options that I have in my hand or the options that are currently on the table. So, and part of the problem is really the god cards that I have based on the actions that I want to take. I do have a gold, so I have a lot of flexibility in where I want to go. However, the space where I would want to perform my action would require me to have a gold as well. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to perform 2 secondary actions. The first one is going to be training, so I get to draw 2 of these army cards, and then I have to discard 1 of them, and I will discard this one. Then I'm going to move my High Priest, and the High Priest can move clockwise. So you see the little arrows between the spaces here can move clockwise up to 2 spaces. I'm going to move it over to this other side, which is Conquest. So now all of us get to participate in the Conquest, and like Tarrant was explaining earlier, is that whenever someone performs an action with the High Priest, everyone actually gets to perform this action, but I get certain benefits as the active player for doing it. So the Conquest phase happens in 2 steps. The first one is that we get to play army cards from our hand, and I'm going to play 2 of them. Now every army card that I play down is going to cost me 1 potato. However, as the active player, I get to play the first card for free. So I'm only paying 1 potato for these ones. And as you can see, I have 1 card here that has 1 soldier and 1 with 2 soldiers. And this will become important here in a second when we actually do the second step of Conquest based on the strength of our soldiers. So, Stella, would you like to play any army cards?
Yes, so you got 3, hey? And you don't know Tarrant yet. I will play, and that's cost me a potato each time I play 1.
Correct.
I play.
Yep.
That one for 1 potato. Let me quickly have a look at. Sorry, I was chatting along in the chat room, and then now I got distracted because I like chatting to people. Let's see. So that's a flip. Okay, I will. I'll just play 1.
Okay.
All right, Tarrant.
It's a little bit off your screen, Stella, if you just move it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, thank you.
I am not going to play any soldiers. So those at home can see my hand. I'm not playing any soldiers.
All right. So now we go to the second step. So I have a total strength of 3, which means that I can conquer. There are these 4 spaces in the corners of the board, and I can conquer anything that requires up to a strength of 3. Some of these, the red arrows show that I need to be able to basically flip face down that strength, or if it shows the skull, that basically means that they have been defeated in battle. Now, the other thing that also happens is that this meeple that is over here, there's always one from the village that gets placed in this area, the Conquest of War. So I'm just going to lay that one down over there. So with my strength of 3, what would I like to do? And I think the answer to this is... I think I'm going to. So I'm gonna place a marker over here in this upper left one. So I'm gonna go in this first space, and that one says that basically I need to flip face down a strength 1, and for doing so I'm going to get 2 corn from that. So I'm gonna place my marker there, flipping this one face down, and I will get 2 corn. Now, Stella, you also can choose a space to conquer. You have a strength of 2.
And that's because there's 2 soldiers on this card instead of 1.
Correct.
Yeah, so what happens if I do next to you? I can't do it because it needs to be...
You can. Actually, you could not,
Yeah.
because this one requires that you both flip face down and discard 1.
Yeah, which I cannot do at the moment because I only have 1. Let me just see. Okay. I think I would probably choose... I was actually expecting I was going to get the one that Raina has, but I can't anymore. So I'm going to go down to the corner bottom right and choose to just... Oh, that's going to kill my soldier.
I think the corn accidentally went in the gold. Yep, it did.
Did you do it or was it I?
I think it was because I was using a different view, so I just took it out of the...
Well, this will kill. This is going to be overkilling. I was really hoping that I got what Raina's got. Never mind. I'll actually just go to the top right. Let's just do that. So I'll go to the top right.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my stack? Here. And I'll do it there for 3 victory points. Thank you.
All right, that's 3.
And I'll flip.
And now...
Flip.
Yep, and as the active player, I actually get a second Conquest, which is the secondary benefit for me, and I still have a strength of 2. So I'm going to flip this one. Actually, I'm not going to flip it over, because what I think I'm going to do instead is I'm going to conquer this space down here. Now, this requires that I kill one of them.
Oh.
And this one, even though it has a strength of 2, I need to... that's the minimum requirement. But I do get a God card for my troubles, and I will take this one from the offer there. Okay, I'm just going to set it over here for now. And then I also get a weaving, and I can either take the top weaving here or the one that is down here. And I'm going to take this weaving here, and the reason why is because, as you can see, this will line up perfectly with my my weavings, and yeah. Now, because also as part of the Conquest, we added a meeple from the village to the Casualties of War area that also emptied the village. So I will take this marker to indicate that the festival has been triggered. That also gives me 1 victory point. So now, Stella and Tarrant, you're going to get 1 turn each, and then we're going to do a festival before my next scoring, or before my next turn.
That's right. So remind me how can I flip my soldier card again in the future?
So you have a couple of options. The easiest one is basically this space over here on the as one of the High Priest actions, the one with the arrow. Yep. Rejuvenate. That's one way that you can do it. Sometimes you can get that from other bonuses as well. For example, Tarrant has that bonus between his tapestries, the bonus of being able to rejuvenate once. And there are a couple of other buildings and so forth that might give similar effects.
Yeah. And remind me if the weaving costs is con 1 or 3 or 6. Okay.
1, 3, 6. Yep.
Okay. Whew.
So the God card display, it only refills when we put cards down there, so it's never fully open, but it will disappear in a 3-player game if a 5th card, if it's got 5 cards at the end of a turn.
Yep.
Interesting. Oh god, I haven't thought about this. I could place my meeple here and then get some building action. I don't have corn. I actually don't have... a fixed strategy now. My strategies keep changing. All right.
And the downside is too, because we're about to have a festival. Normally, you would need to worry about how much potato you have left, but because of these two passive buildings that you have, you're going to get enough potato to pay for the god cards in your hand.
And please remind me these two passive building. Can you please scroll over to my passive building here?
Sure.
So the bottom.
So
bit,
the one on the left. At the beginning of every festival, you're going to get 4 potato, and then the one on the right has a similar effect, except it's going to give you 2 potato, 1 stone, and 1 corn.
And the bottom one?
Now, the left building also has an effect that triggers during the third festival, which is the final festival. So basically, during final scoring, you're also going to get 1 point for every god card left in hand.
Okay, 1 point per every god card in hand. Got it. So I have to make sure that I've got some god card, because now I can afford to have 4 because it's 4 potatoes. Or is it 4 potatoes?
You can actually afford... Yeah, so it's 1 potato. You're going to have to pay 1 potato for each, and you're going to get 6 potato at the beginning of every festival.
Oh, right, that's right. So I can probably, like, make use of it with potato. Oh, ooh. So I think that's actually not a bad option. So if I get god card, so this is my last, and I do the secondary action to get god card, and that means I can use them to actually get resource that way.
That is correct.
Okay, I'll do that. Done. So I will take 1, and look, I don't really like what it looks at the moment, but it might be handy to have. No, I'll take it from blindly. Okay. And that's the first of my 2 secondary action. The other one is, let's see where my high priest is. I can go here. I'm not going to do that. Bear with me. And I can only have 2 meeples at the end of my turn. Is that correct?
That is correct.
The other one is to take training. Okay, I'll get the more training people again. So that's 2. And discard 1. Okay.
So just answering a couple of questions that have popped up there. One is about the tapestries, which we haven't fully explained. So we do have these little icons on the tapestries that join up. And there are 2 ways to trigger those. One is automatically during the festivals. So soon I'm about to get each of these bonuses. And the other is by doing the merchant action, which is this one here. So that will tend to come into play towards the end. And there's also good end game points if you make a long tapestry. So the longest possible tapestry is 7 different patterns, and that's going to be worth 21 points if we can stack that up. So we'll see all of that unfold as we go through. And there was also a question about the majorities, which we'll resolve that in the festival. So just bear with us for a couple of minutes and you'll see how that one goes. All right. Now it is my action. I've got 4 potatoes. I've got 1 god card in hand, and I'm going to draw 2 new ones as part of the festival because that's something that happens. So let's see. I think I want to get in on steps. So I'm going to put this guy here.
When is Raina? When is the game is going to be on pre-sale? Tawantinsuyu.
So that will actually open up June 17th.
Okay.
So that's basically in 11 days. And it's going to be available on... there are certainly retailers right now that already have pre-orders available. But if you don't have someone near you that has pre-orders available, or otherwise if you'd like, so on the 17th, you'll be able to place pre-orders on boardanddice.com for both Tawantinsuyu and for Tekenu. And you will get free worldwide shipping for that.
Wow.
So they will ship... Tekenu will ship in July, which is the release date, and then Tawantinsuyu will ship in October.
That's amazing.
So the exact shipping date is not decided yet, but definitely it's So if you don't have access to someone locally, that's certainly an option.
Excellent.
Right.
Well, I've played Tekkenu as well. I love it. It's a crunchy one. I don't know which one's crunchier. I think that's a little bit crunchier than this one.
All right, just to
Yeah, I mean, I think they're both. I mean, they certainly have their own level of crunchiness
Yeah.
depending on where you look at.
Yeah.
This one has definitely. At first look, when you see it, it looks like an overwhelming amount of choices and options. But then when you actually play, you realize that there are not that many, because you're not interested in over half of the space on the board, either because that's not the strategy that you're building towards or so. So it's just that it's a lot of different ways and paths to victory that are available.
Yes.
But you're only concerned with a few of them at a time.
And Ryan asked, a little lost, is this game physical or digital or both?
Sorry?
And Ryan asked if this game is a physical item or digital as well.
So it will become available eventually on Tabletopia. So right now, even though we're playing it on Tabletopia, this is we're basically playing it through our publisher profile, where we can set up the game and we can use this for both demos and play testing. So it's not publicly available yet, but both Tekkenu and Tawantinsuyu will become available for people to access through Tabletopia. And I don't have an exact date for that, but that's definitely something that will happen in the near future.
Excellent. Hopefully that answers the question. Sorry, Tarrant, we kind of like cut off your turn there.
Yep, so just to describe my turn, I
Yep.
put this red meeple down here. No bonus tasks here, so I only got to do one, which was to build these steps for three stone. I got 4 points, a corn, and 2 potatoes out of that. Because it was a red meeple, I was able to pick up an adjacent meeple, so I took this blue one back. I also played this god card to do the action. So that is it. Now we go into the first festival.
Yes.
Ding, ding, ding.
Do you want to talk through those steps, or do you want me to do it, Tarrant?
I'll pick up my trusty player aid and talk through them. So,
All right.
we each get a free merchant action, which lets us do, pardon me, all the joined icons on our tapestries. So, I
Yep.
get a gold. I could also flip over a... Is it a free flip over?
It is a free
Yeah.
one, yes. So you get to rejuvenate something for free. Now, you don't have anything to rejuvenate.
Correct.
Yep.
So, I wasn't efficient there, but I'm sure I'll use it later. So,
Yep.
I get a gold.
And I have on mine, and technically, if there is normally this step you can all do at the same time, but if there's any conflict because people want to do things in certain turn order, for example, it would be starting with the next player's turn. So basically, on whoever holds the festival token. So basically, I get this ability that is right here, the top ones. I get to spend a corn to advance one step on the temple. Now, we haven't advanced on this temple previously, but advancing here, so I move my marker up one step, and I will get the reward that is here on the left side. So you see the first several steps have different rewards on them. The first step here gives me 1 potato, and it gives me a god card. Now, let me look real quick at the ones that I have in hand, and look at the ones that are available on the board. I'm not particularly happy with the options here, so I'm just going to draw the top one from the top of the deck. Then the other tapestries here will simply give me 3 potatoes.
Okay.
And Stella?
Yes, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
Just the soldier card, the training cards.
Yep, and you just get 1 from the top of the
Yeah.
deck for that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Now, the next effect is that we each gain reward and points from the temple.
And that means, even though I just got this reward, because every time you advance on the temple, you immediately get the benefit on the left side. Now, as part of this, I get that reward again. So I will take another potato, and I get to take another god card. And I'm again going to draw from the top of the deck. And then I get 2 victory points.
Well done.
And then each of us gains 1 victory point. So,
Yep.
Okay. Each one of us.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for the bottom, yes. Okay.
Yep.
Correct.
Okay. The third step is to score points for the most markers in a conquest region equal to the number of casualties of war. So so the first thing we do is we look at how many meeples are in here, which is 1.
Mhm.
So having a majority on any one of these 4 areas is worth 1 point. Now, it's not a very complex majority at the moment. It's Raina has the majority on these 2. Stella has the majority on this one. So Raina gets 2 points and Stella gets 1. Later in the game, when there's a tie, whoever marker is furthest to the right will break that tie. So again, we'll see that at the later festivals, it'll be more competitive.
Correct.
Next step, each of us has to pay 1 potato. Oh, I got the order wrong. That's frustrating. Each of us has to pay 1 potato for each god card currently in hand. I don't have any, so I hold on to all my potatoes.
And I just picked up several, but each time I pick them up, I also received potato from that step on the temple. So I have to pay 5, but I do have 5 in my hand, so this will not be a problem.
I've got 6. However, I've got this activation that I am getting 4 plus 2, so
Yes.
6. So let's just not get it at all. I've got 1, 2, 3, exactly 6 god cards. And I'll also get the corn and
And I'll give you the
thank you
stone as
very
well.
much.
Okay. Now we refill the village. Is
All
it
right,
going to
I
work
can
if
help with
I
that.
just take 6, or is that going to cause a mess?
If you take
Brenda can
6,
help.
they will basically do 3 and 3. So if you want to do that, I can help
Yeah.
to set them up.
1, 2,
3. And what's the step after this, Tarrant?
Okay, the final step of the festival, the player who is in first on victory points, which is Raina, takes 1 god card from the top of the deck. And then each of the other 2 of us takes 2.
Yep.
And then we may either hang on to them or optionally discard up to 3 to gain the benefit printed at the bottom of the card.
Correct. And this is where this might actually become important, that we do this in the proper order, because some of the ones that I'm going to use may potentially, obviously, affect the options that are available for you. So I'm going to, and I don't think this is going to be any surprise, I'm going to actually use 3 of mine. This one is going to give me a free tapestry. This one, or weaving, sorry. This one is going to give me a free weaving. And this one is going to give me a free weaving. So I'm going to be able to take 3 weavings from over here. Now, looking at the one that is available here, I don't particularly want that one because I already have that one in both of my tapestries. So each time that you get a free weaving, you can either take the one that is face up or from the top. So I'm just going to make the same choice for all of them, basically taking the top 3 from over here that were face down. It's a bit of a surprise, but I'm hopeful, and it looks like it's paying off.
Ooh.
So now I can't obviously add a tapestry that I already have, or add a weaving to a tapestry if I already have that symbol. So I at least need to put this one like that. But now I can also extend the other one. And I think we're going to... Okay, we're going to move this over a little bit. But that's it. Those will be the 3 cards that I'm playing.
We shall leave you to do that, Stella.
Yep. I will first. Now, what's the cost of building a statue again? That was
A small statue is 3 stone, a
Yep.
large statue is 3 stone and 2 gold.
That's right. Okay. So, first I will discard this. Give me 1 stone. And to get a statue of that type. Can you pass that on to me, please?
Yep, so that's 2, that will cost you 3 stone.
Yep, I'll pay the stone.
Now, this was the card that you set out, right? Because the ones that we are using are going to go...
Oh, I haven't actually...
they're going to get shuffled.
That's right. I haven't actually taken the new card yet. Has anybody taken the cards yet? The gold card?
I've taken my 2.
From the top of the deck?
Yep.
Okay, so
From the
I
top
haven't
of the
done
deck.
that. So okay, I'll do that now.
But I'm saying this one that you... this is the one that you placed, right?
That is the one that... Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Because they're going to go they're gonna be shuffled into the deck after we're done. So I'm just gonna make a stack of them here so that we don't mix them with the other cards.
Good. All right, I will. So I've got that. Just need to pay this 3 stone. This is stone, and that's the first one. So I've got 2 statues now. Statued up. I will discard. Next one is.
And I will give you the 3 points for that statue as well.
Oh, thank you so much. I forgot about that. Now, I've got an option to get meeples. Do I get the meeples still? That way?
You would get them from the nomads.
Okay. If you start with 3 meeples, I don't have to discard them?
Wait. No, we only check that at the end of your turn. So my turn is going to be next. So basically, you can freely take another meeple.
So I'll discard that as my second one, and that's give me 1 gold and 1 point. That's 1 gold. Oh,
I'll go ahead and give you the point.
Thank you very much. And I have 1 more I can discard, which I will do. Ooh, this is juicy. I'm not going to do that. I will discard this one. So stone, what's that? Potato and
1 more point.
Give me the point again. Thank you very much. That's it. That's my 3.
All right. Tarrant?
I am going to hang on to my cards.
All right. The last thing that we just need to do is that the buildings that were here on offer, they're going to go away. So I'm going to put those at the bottom of the deck.
Sorry, I grabbed them. Shift.
And then we'll just need to add new ones here for the next round. All right. So now, because now we've completed the festival, I will return this festival token here to the board, and then I take my turn. So I am now over on this side, and that's not entirely bad. Fairly happy with that, actually. Tarrant, you also just built some steps over there.
I
did. So let me take a look at my options. Based on the god cards that I have in hand, there are several fairly juicy options over here. Now the downside is, I mean, I have a warrior over here. So I think what I'm going to do is So I'm going to place actually. At first, I was going to go to one of these lower levels and use your steps, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take advantage of the adjacency to this warrior. So I'm going to place my my warrior on this spot. So obviously I have to discard. Oh, we should also put these god cards here. Should be shuffled back into the deck. So let me just do this. So I will be playing this god card from my hand that matches the symbol in that space. Now, because I'm adjacent to another warrior, I get two different tasks from here. One is definitely going to be to draw 2 of these army cards and discarding one of them. I'm going to discard this one. Next, do I want some stone or do I want some potato? I think I want stone, so I'm going to take 2 stone. And finally, because I placed a red worker, I do get to take an adjacent non-warrior. So I can take this blue, and finally I also get an army card from the top of the deck. And that was my option. Now, because this would now go to this queue here, and we already have 4 cards in this queue. Like Tarrant was saying earlier, these are now going to be discarded. So those get discarded before this card gets added to the... Oops. Okay. So then this one just gets added over here. Now, at the end of my turn, I could still recruit from the village if I wanted to. So let me see what's available there. Another blue or maybe a green worker, do I want one of those? No, I don't think I do. I think I'm happy with what I... Actually, I will spend... I'm going to spend 1 potato, and I will claim this blue worker from over there, and that is the end of my turn.
So, remind me, the small god, how much do I advance on the temple track? Sorry, the small statue, how much do I...
If you do the
yes,
offering...
Yes.
So when you do the offering, you can sacrifice up to 1 of each size. The small one would advance you 1 step, and the large one would advance you 3 steps. And then every player can discard any type of statue for a single step.
Okay, that seems to be really, really hard, isn't it? I spent 3 stones to go up 3 steps, basically. But it might be kind of like towards the end game thing, I guess.
Yeah, and especially you get some bonuses when you're advancing up the temple.
Yeah.
And of course, at the end of the game, if you make it all the way to the top, that's 42 victory points. So
I think somebody commented about going up the temple track, that's going to be very, very, very hard to do at the moment. Anyway.
Well, and it depends. You could make this the focus. It's definitely possible to get fairly high on it before the first festival.
That's correct.
And for sure to max it out by the second festival if you focus heavily on that.
That's correct. Okay. Again, I'm still not sure what I'm going to do yet. So I'm going to place this white meeple here, which can give me 1 god card, which I'm going to take this one on display. And, oh, sorry, I have to pay for it, which is this one. That's what I'm paying with, so it's matching the symbol. And I will get the benefit, which is 1 stone. So I'll get the 1 stone first, and I'll come back to it for the second part. Going back to the worker placement space. So because of my white meeple, I'm taking advantage of the one next to me. But I gotta pay, I believe, 2 potatoes.
1,
sorry.
because it's 1 step away from
1 step,
your...
sorry, yeah, okay.
Well, an extra potato if you want to do an extra task.
That's right, yes. Actually, that's what I meant. So let's pay 2 potatoes. So that's 1 extra task. So that'll be 3 tasks all up. We're going to get 2 stone. And 2 stone. Where am I? Okay. And I can get the trading card. Again, taking 2 and then discarding 1 of them. I'll discard this one. And I can, Reina, I can use my warrior card at any point to get the resource. Is that correct?
On your turn,
On my
yes.
turn, sorry.
So,
yeah.
Correct.
And then, so I got the stone, I got that, and then now it's the building time. So I can build up to 2 because I've got 1 in the god card, which is matching the statue card that I'm matching 1.
Yep.
Let's see. So, looking at the infinity card at the bottom left.
So this one is every time that someone does the worship action, which is actually where your high priest is currently located. You get a free weaving, and that's whenever you or someone else does that.
Oh.
The one above it is every time someone takes the produce action, then they get then you would get to rejuvenate either one of your production buildings or an army card.
Okay, sorry, back again to the bottom one. So every time somebody advances at the track, I get a weaving card.
Every time that someone takes this action where your high priest is
Oh,
at.
right, okay. Yeah, I'll take that. That's corn and stone. I'm going to put that away for now there. And then that costs me... and then, now, do I get to choose from there if I want to?
So this will be refilled at the end of your turn. So you have these other 3 remaining as your options.
That's what I thought. That's
Jump
okay.
the gun.
Huh?
I jumped the gun.
That's okay. So the second option, I would like to take potatoes. So this one cost me... Because I don't have potato, I will just use a gold. feel very, very, very expensive. But that's okay. So a gold. What's the other one? Stone. Okay.
Yep.
This is my stack of discarded item. I'll move it later.
All right.
And I think that's it. I can choose to recruit a meeple if I want to. And let's see what's available. Green maple. That might be a good option. I don't have any corns at the moment, and I don't have any potatoes, which is pretty bad. So I think I'm gonna give me flexibility. So I'm gonna discard this, and instead of getting the corn, I'll recruit the green meeple.
Yep.
Okay, that's it.
And this building that came out here, so normally when you're making the match between your weavings and do the matching symbol, normally you don't get anything unless you later take the merchant action. But with this particular building, you would immediately also get that bonus.
And Raina, the one that I took just before getting the weaving card, is that free, or do I have to pay for it as well?
It's free.
Yeah.
Yep, it's free. Every time that you see that there is no hammer on that space, which is the same on some of these spaces also in the different conquest areas. There's one here that would give you a free building or a free set of steps and so forth.
Yeah. Cool. That's neat.
So, looking at what I've got, I'm going to play this god card here with the little squiggle. I have the matching statue, so I get 2 potatoes and 2 points. I always struggle to pick up my point marker.
I can give you the 2 points.
I got
Okay.
it. Then I can put my blue meeple down on this matching space. He's blue on a matching spot, so I get 2 tasks. The first will be to pick up 2 stone, and the second will be to construct a building, and I want this production one for 2 potato... there we go. Sorry everyone. 2 potatoes and 1 stone. Like so. And then I'm out of meeples, so I'd better purchase one. Let's see what card I've got. I will spend a potato to purchase this warrior. Done.
All right. So I have a couple of different options here, and I think what I definitely want to do is I want to construct a building. Now, judging from the god cards that I have in hand, I only really have one of them that would match, but this will allow me to take good advantage of the blue one that you just placed, Tarrant. So I'm going to place this god card, and I'm going to place a blue worker here on the side on that matching symbol. Now, because this is one step away, I need to spend... I'm going to spend 1 potato for that. That's the food cost. And I get to perform 2 tasks. One of them, I'm going to choose to construct a building, and the other one I'm going to take some potatoes. So I will take 3 potato. And then the building that I want to construct is definitely going to be this one right here. So that will cost me 1 stone and 1 corn, which I have. So here is 1 stone and 1 corn, and that is that. Now here's the question: do I want to
recruit?
Yeah, do I want to recruit a worker? I have 1 blue one. I could take a yellow or a green. Sorry?
Oh no, I'm just like telling Tarrant to change the screen to your area.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, I have 1 worker left. I'm not super excited about the options that are over there. However, a yellow one would actually be helpful. I think I'm going to take that one. So I'm going to take recruit this yellow one, and that will cost me 1 of the potatoes that I just got. And that is the end of my turn.
I always have got a white maple because I was calculating it ready for the white maple, but I actually do not have a white meeple, which is quite disappointing.
Although you could always take the as a secondary action, you can always recruit from the nomads area.
I know, but the thing is, I can't place it and then recruit at the same time. Or can I?
That's okay.
Yeah.
No, you cannot.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I don't mind if you can't do both.
I'm not gonna do that. That's cheating. I'll be like cheating myself, so I'm not gonna do that. Because I was like, oh, that's a juicy one. I can do this and do this and do that. But then, oh, okay, that's not the right one. That's okay. Anyways, that's okay. I will do this one with another color of meeple. So I'll put it there, and I will place. Unfortunately, I don't get an extra action if I don't plus. Let me take it back. Sorry, take it back. Sorry. So what happened with my other meeple if I don't use it, Raina?
It's out of the game.
It might be worth to do that. So I'm going to take this white meeple as a secondary action. I'll discard. Let's see. I'll discard the blue one. That would be in here somewhere. And then I will. Sorry, I don't know where I'm meant to discard that. And my other, so that's my first secondary action. The second one, I guess I can take cards to my hand. Let's see how many more meeple in there. Okay, I'll take god card to my hand. Maybe. Sorry, people. I'm just like being indecisive now. Okay, let's see. One option is to move High Priest. Take 2 god card. Draw 2 training cards and recruiting. So I've done the recruiting. If I move my god card from where am I there to here, I'm not ready to give up my god yet. And if producing, I get to produce 2 any buildings that face up, or just the one?
Any number of them. If you take the production action over here, any number of them. Now you only have 1 production building though. The other ones are passive. So
yeah, I know that's not the best.
Yep.
Okay.
You would get to flip it straight face up again as your active player.
You would.
Mode.
Yeah, I feel like.
Now the other option that you have, you can always go to one of these places, and instead of performing the action, that you could always take a gold. So that's also an option, especially if you just want to move your high priest forward.
No, everyone has got production building?
I have.
I do not.
Tarrant has, so this probably will benefit Tarrant more than I am. For like, I think. So what I'll do. But I do need potatoes to give me some flexibilities. You know what? I will just take god card. 1. And... oh, sorry. I think I took the wrong one. Sorry. 1. And 2. Second one is from here. Okay. I can take 2 from the top, the face up, Raina.
Yeah, for sure.
That is done.
You just can't take the one that you just used.
Thank you. Yeah. And that's over to you, Tarrant.
Okay. I'm going to take secondary actions.
Actually, we've got some questions here. Maybe we should answer
I'm
some.
going to move here and take...
Okay, I can see Raina has answered some of the questions as well.
So I'm going to...
Yeah, a lot of them were about the weight of the game. So.
Yes. I'm sorry.
And I, if someone's watching this who didn't catch that, so basically people were asking if you compare the weight of this to some of the other games of ours. This game, it's definitely it's heavier than Teotihuacan, but it's not as heavy as Trismegistus. And then Tekkenu is a little bit lighter than Teotihuacan, mostly because even though you have more separate actions, but they're very self-contained. So every time that you perform an action, the information about it is right there. So there's less things that you can mess up, whereas in Teotihuacan, if you mess up the timing of how you move your workers, that could potentially be a little bit costly. You don't have that same problem in Tekkenu.
Yes. So that's and it's the second one, just to remind people to send an email. So one person, one email to meeple.university.giveaway@hotmail.com with Tawantinsuyu in the subject, and that's it. Just to get into the draw to win the game, which we're going to draw at the end of this game. Over to you, Tarrant.
I'm done. Over to Raina.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just showing off the potatoes and corn.
Yeah.
Now I am actually, based on what I'm doing, I don't have any. I haven't built any statues, right? And that's something that could potentially be costly for me during the game, because I'm just not getting those extra bonuses. Right now, I'm surviving just fine, but it's something that I'm keeping in the back of my mind. However, something that just came out, especially based on kind of the strategy that I'm using right now and the options that are available to me. There's a building here, a passive building, that allows me to, if I were to take it, I would be able to spend 2 corn in place of a gold, or in place of 2 stone, and vice versa. So basically, I can use 2 stone or corn or gold interchangeably. Now, I can't spend 1 corn and 1 stone as a gold, but in this case, that makes it very, very flexible. And I think right now, I feel like that would really help what I'm doing. So now I'm just looking at...
that is a good one, actually.
Is there a space where I can go and build? And it looks like over here on this space right there, here's a building action. There's also potentially here down the stairs. Now the downside is that down here below the stairs, I don't actually have a matching god card for that. However, I'm going to spend this 1 gold, or I mean, I'm going to spend this god card to get the gold from it, and I'm going to take my yellow worker and I'm going to place it on this spot right here.
Or the army card, not god card.
Yes, the army card. And because I'm using Terran Steps, you're going to get 1 victory point for that. So you forward, which means that I don't have to pay any costs associated with that. The yellow worker, the courier, would still have given me a 1 resource discount if that was the case. Now, because there were no other workers in this segment here, I get 2 tasks. One of them is going to be to build that building, and I will spend 1 stone and 1 corn and take that building. And now that I have that building, I will use this other action over here, which is where I can buy some weavings. I don't have any corn for it, but with this new building that I bought, I'd be able to spend stone in place of corn to get some weavings. Again, I'm not really excited about this one here, but I need to take that one as well as 2 from the top. So these are my options that I get to choose from. Wow, that is terrible as far as the
matching.
So these first 2, I do not have those at all. I do have this. I already have those patterns in both of my tapestries. However, this one I do not have. On the other hand, it's not going to create a match for me. So maybe, just maybe, but I think I will take this one anyway, because that will help me extend my tapestry. So I'm going to take this one, and I will spend, instead of spending 1 corn, so first of all, I will have to turn these 2 stone into 2 corn with that building that I just bought. And then, of those 2 corn that I just got, I can spend 1 of those to pay for the tapestry. These 2 weavings go to you, Tarrant, if you're interested in one of those.
So go to Stella first. Oh, she has nothing to...
Oh, sorry, yes, Stella first.
Oh, it cost me a minimum of 2 corns, right?
2 corn.
So am I able to discard my warrior card if I want?
No, because it's not your turn.
Okay, yeah, so no. Yeah.
Alright, looking at these, what else am I doing with my corn? I've actually got plans for that.
Plans, huh? This is probably like Raina's attempt to make you ruin your plan. Mwah.
That's okay. I think I'll be able to find a better one later. Okay.
All right. And that was that as far as that action goes. So now, do I want to recruit something? And I don't think I'm particularly interested in that right now. So the turn will go to you, Stella.
Yes, now my big turn, hopefully. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, first I will discard this card. Now, because I've got a matching statue, let me get the benefit first, which is 2 corn and a point.
I will give you a victory point.
Thank you very much. I feel like in this game I have not achieved anything yet. I don't know if I feel like building towards something, but I've been like, I gotta admit that I have been distracted with the YouTube issue earlier, and then my mum is like making sure that everything is okay. But is that just my excuse for lack of skill in this game? I don't know. Let's see. Alright, so where was I? Yes, so I put that card, I get the benefit of my matching statue. Now I will place my white maple, just this one here, onto this. Okay, so I've got 2 options. I can either place it here, or that gives me so that's 2. There's 2 meeple next to me. Is that correct? So that means I've got a.
That would be 3 tasks plus another one if you want to spend a food.
Oh, can I do that?
Food
Can
or
I do
potato?
4? I don't think I can do 4 tasks. Can I?
You sure can. You just have to spread them evenly. So if you do more than 3, then the first 3 have to be spent on one of each of the 3 tasks to surround that one, and then you can spend another one to double up on a previous task. Yep.
I can. Okay, let's put that there. That seems to be a good place for it. So I will get all the benefits. So by default, I get 3 tasks. So I get 6 potatoes and 2 stone. So let me get 6 potatoes. Now I'm potatoed up. Anyone wants chips, wedges, fries?
That's a different action.
2 stone here, and then I will pay 1 potato because I can do that. So 1 extra potato to get 3 extra potatoes. How's that?
Excuse me.
Are you right? Okay, so that is my main action. I have an option to recruit somebody. Which I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not counting, and it's this. How many people do you have, Tara?
2.
Raina? 1.
I have 1, yes.
Okay. I'm potatoed up, so I should probably recruit, but the only one I can recruit is the red one. Now, the red meeple will take 1 adjacent worker other than warrior. Oh, I forgot to take a god card as well. As part of my white meeple power, so I take the 1 face down. And okay, I will pay 1 potato to get a red meeple. Okay, and that's my turn.
Oh, that's not the card I thought it was. Will I have to spend a gold? Do I have gold? I think I do. Alright, I am going to place yellow worker there. I don't have the right god card to go there, so it's going to cost me 1 gold. Hope I've counted this out correctly. And then, yep, that's okay. Now the food cost, because my high priest is here, it would be 2 food to get down here, but it's -1 because it's a courier, so it's going to cost me 1 food, which is potato. Now I get 3 tasks with this meeple because it's adjacent to this yellow one and is the first one in its little segment. So, looking through what I would like to do, I'm going to
So we're almost 2/3 of the way of the game here, people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take the 3 stone. So that's my production effect. Then I can take a weaving. So I like the look of this one. I do have to flip up the other 2. 1, 2. Now I know that this red one is the scarcest in the game.
Ooh.
So it's
Juicy.
handy for me to do that. That's going to cost me 1 corn. Should I buy the other ones?
Did you move your high priest on your last turn?
I did.
Or on this one?
I did. Last turn.
Okay.
Should I get another one?
So basically, on we would have been able to rejuvenate.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
This one.
I didn't have anything to that I wanted to spend on anyway.
Okay,
So
I have
So you
one,
have to
which I
spend a
don't-
corn to rejuvenate. Correct?
you'd have to spend a corn, yes.
That's okay, I'll do that then.
Let's see. Do I want these weavings?
You got good amount of weavings at a 4. Oh, Reina has got a lot. I'm definitely behind.
All right. I'm not gonna do that weaving. So these are open to be purchased.
I will not buy either of those.
And Stella, you
And Stella, you could if you would like
can
to.
afford
By what, sorry? The weaving.
one of these 2 weavings.
Yeah, I can't afford it.
You can. Pardon me. You can with the gold.
I know, there's one matching one. Oh, no, that's not really something that I really want anyway. Oh, yeah. No thanks.
Okay.
Mhm.
So let's go there. That's my weaving action, and then my third one is a statue action.
Mhm.
So I'm going to discard this army card for a gold, and then a second gold, and then 3 stone. So I can buy a big statue. So there we go.
Very nice.
Big statue is worth 9 points. Like so. Alright. That is... And I don't want to take the last worker there, which would trigger. So that is my turn. Okay.
All right.
Excuse me for a couple of minutes. I'll be back. We've
Yep.
been at this for a while.
Yeah. Okay. So it is my turn now.
Reynos.
Oh, Reynos.
No, it's
yeah.
my turn. Yep. So looking at the options that are available now, I think I have just this one worker, but I think, is there a good space where I can place him? That's the real question.
Yeah, you have
So
a blue worker.
the first thing that I'm gonna do, because it's my turn, I'm gonna discard this army card, and then let me take a god
Yep.
card. So I'm gonna take one from the top here, hoping that this will give me the symbol that I'm looking for. It did not,
Oh,
but that's
sorry.
okay. I would rather have this one in there anyway. So now what I'm gonna do is I definitely need to look at some of the secondary actions. I think I need to. Let's see. You only have 1 corn and 1 gold, and Tarrant only has 1 corn. So I can safely move my high priest 2 spaces to activate. Oh, I don't want to do that. Actually, I don't want to move over there. I'm gonna go here. That will give me the ability to rejuvenate, or I could take 1 corn or 1 gold, and I will take 1 gold instead because I really want that that resource. So that's one of my secondary actions. For my second one, I think I am going to take 2 army cards. I will draw 2 of those and discard 1 of them, and I will discard this card like so. Now, just to leave my my options a little bit more open, particularly because of the passive building I have, I'm going to also discard this army card here for 1 more gold, so that now if there are any actions that are taken that would require me to have corn, I can use the power of my passive building for that. So that's my thinking.
Good thinking.
I am also not going to recruit because I don't want to trigger the festival just yet.
Yes. Oh. And is that all your turn?
Yes, that's my turn.
Okay. My turn. I will place this red meeple right over here. Using... Okay, I keep forgetting to use the card. Using this one, which gives me 2 potatoes and 2 points. 2 potatoes. And I'm a white player, which is lagging behind with 2 points. And I will... let's see. So, the power of the warrior, which is the red meeple, is take 1 adjacent worker other than a warrior and draw 1 of the warrior card or training card. I will take this white meeple, priest, and I will take 1 of the training card to my hand. And we'll do the action there. So I would like to build a step, please. Is that what you call it? Step? Stairs? Yeah. No one's there yet. And let's do it like so. Oh, it's not the prettiest located one. Okay. And then that cost me 3 stone. So I'm going to pay now. I got...
That will also give you 4 victory points. I will give those to you.
Thank you very much. Alright, and some other resources. You right?
Excuse me. Yes, you get 2 potato and 1 corn.
What did I say about being like chips and wedges and fries?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So many.
Lucky there's no goods limit on that one.
I just want to answer a question in more detail that came up in the chat as well. So the game is going to end at the end of the 3rd festival, and basically right now in the and we can see if Tarrant, if you hover over the meeple bag, we can see that there are 14 meeples left in the bag, right? So every time that there's a festival, the village will refill, and in a 3-player game, we will refill with 6. So if we don't recruit anything else from the nomads, basically every time that we take workers from the nomads, those would be refilled out of the bag, and basically that would shorten the game. But we haven't been doing that a lot, which means that the number of meeples left in there is for sure right now enough to completely refill the village after the 2nd festival as well. So there's definitely a bit of depending on the players how quickly you recruit from the nomads and so forth, that will determine the length of the game. It is possible that after the 2nd festival that there would be no meeples left in the bag, in which case the 3rd festival would happen immediately after that.
Yeah. Who's up? Did you just... Is it my turn or Stella?
I finished my turn, and I do not want to recruit, so that's on to you, Tarrant.
Okay. I'm going to do secondary actions. So I'm going to bring this guy over here and produce. So I can produce from both of these. Take 3.
You know what that is? I produced 3 potatoes. So I got like 20 potatoes.
Now both of these flip over. Oops, I'm flipping my stone.
I'm gonna do it.
I get to flip one of them back. And it's not going to make a big difference because I can flip the other one at the next festival. So I'll just flip this one back over. So I got some goodies there. Stella, you produce potatoes and flip your one over.
I've taken my potatoes.
And Randy, you don't have any production buildings.
That is correct.
So that's my first.
And the option of taking gold is not available to me. It's only available to the active player in place of the action.
And then my second action, I could get a worker, I could get these, or I could get these. Let's see. I've got potatoes for god cards.
Hopefully everyone can hear Tarrant. We've got like sharing the microphone there.
Okay.
Now, unfortunately, Stella,
Yes.
having spare resources is not going to be worth anything at the end of the
I
game,
know.
unless, of course, you get a passive building. There are certainly options in the passive buildings that would potentially give you some kind of benefit.
I thought you were going to say potentially. I thought it was one of your jokes. Yes,
No.
somebody said that I'm the potato queen. Potato queen!
All right, Rainy, you're up.
All right. Now that I have some more resources here, and I have also moved just a little bit, moved my my high priest. I think I'm in a position where I can. Let me look at my cards real quick, and they're not great. Let me see what I have on this side. That is also not great. So I am looking for. So basically, if I'm gonna be talking out loud about what I'm trying to. So what I'm looking for is really I'm looking for an option, a good option, for being able to acquire some more weavings. And right now, I mean, this spot right here is very that's very near the top. But I don't have a card that matches that one. Not really interested in spending a gold for it because gold has become more valuable for me right now. But because you have built these steps over here, my high priestess here, it would be a roaming cost of 1 food, and then going down here would cost nothing. Going down to the bottom, that would be a total of 4. That's really expensive.
Yeah. Would you like me to have some of my potatoes? Would you like to buy my potatoes?
I would love to.
Fried or boiled?
So, I mean, that's really what I want. There's also the option over here. I don't have a god card that matches those spaces over there. So I think what I'm actually going to do, and particularly since you have used some of your production buildings already, I'm going to move my high priest over here as one of my secondary actions. I'm going to take a gold instead of perform the action because I don't have a production building. Stella, yours is already face down. Tarrant, you can use yours if you'd like to get a gold and a potato.
Sounds like a good deal to me.
Unfortunately, yes. So now, the next thing that I'm going to do is definitely to take 2 god cards. So I'm going to draw 2 of those, and let me see what I have.
I wanted the building that Raina has. Ooh.
I really like that one.
Yeah, it is a good one.
Now that I've looked at these, yes, okay. Do I want to get that last worker? I do not. So I will leave it as it is.
That is your turn.
Yes.
Oh no, I was distracted again. Okay, focus. Let's see. This is good. Well, I am lucky I have this one. I'm going to put it right on the side. So I'm playing that card. I've got my white priest here, and I put it right here. So I've got 2 connected white priests here. Okay, let me do it in order first. Let me get the bonus on this god card because I've got a matching statue. I get one stone, and I can build a building.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, What's that red meeple? Sorry, I was
So that one, what that one says, the bottom building there. Whenever you place a red worker, so whenever you place a warrior, you get to rejuvenate 2 of your production buildings for free.
Okay, and the top one is just to do production.
Yep.
So when I do production, then I get to flip.
And that one is whenever any player does the production.
Yeah. I would like to reset the building actually. So did you say 1 potato?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's 1 god
Sorry,
card.
1 god card. Sorry. I guess I can. I can lose 1 god card.
And you can discard up to 2 of them. So if you're not happy with the options, you can.
Yeah, let me discard this one. I'll just leave it there. Yep.
All right. So these ones that came out, the top one, every time that you participate in Conquest. So we saw earlier how the requirements work here, where you have to discard or flip over your army cards. This lets you reduce the cost. You still must do at least 1, but for example, the option that was under this one that is over here, for example, that says flip 1 and discard 1. You can reduce the cost of one of those. So you could just flip 1 and not have to discard. The one below that is every time that any player takes the rejuvenate action with their high priest, you get an army card and a gold.
I think I'll take this one. Thank you very much. And I will pay the cost, just a coin. And where's the coin?
And the stone, yep.
Thank you. Pay there. Right. So that's just resolving my god card. And now resolving the action. So this meeple here I just placed has got and give me 1 god card that I can pick. I will pick this one. And the other one is I may exactly pay 1 potato to gain more extra action, which I will do. So I pay 1 potato. So
to collect potatoes.
Yes. Well, you don't know. I might just do something else. Okay. So that means I get. I lost track now. So I got 1.
You have 4 total
actions
tasks.
again. Okay.
Yep.
So the one that's around me would be 2 stone, which I'll get now.
Yep.
Oops, that's it's 1 too much. 2 stone pieces, 3 potatoes. Oh my god. Potatoes, and the last one is building another step. Okay, and that would be below me. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
That cost me 3 stone.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which I have.
You're going to get a total of 6 victory points for that. 4 points for building the steps, plus 2 points to the owner of the upper steps, which are yours.
Me! Yay! Surprise! No. So you gave me the point. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Now, I get to do 1 more action.
You also get 2 potatoes and a corn.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. Yeah. I almost forget that.
You need those potatoes.
Sorry, 2 potatoes. Sorry, I actually take 2 corns. Oh no, the corn is like everywhere. Thank you, Reina. 1 corn and 2 potatoes. Sorry, there's only 1 potato left. What I'm gonna do?
You've got a multiplier card in front of you.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So so let's say I've got so
you needed 1 more potato, right?
Yeah, so I give up 4.
Yep.
Oh, and then I so I should take 1 back. There you go.
Yep.
So much. I've never seen. Have you seen this before, Reina? Somebody with.
I have.
You have.
Yep.
And that person's like.
So the good thing about this is that you will be able to there will definitely be places where you can go and now pay a lot of just to get a really good action that you want, right?
Yes,
So
that's correct. And I get to do one more action now, which so I built all the steps here. So there's only 2 steps per side. I can afford to build more steps if I want to. Let's see. So these steps is still. So this is the black has got steps. Yep. All right. I will decide. I'm deciding to. Do I want to get more stone? I can't build building at the moment. Sorry, I'm doing AEP again. Okay. I'm gonna build more steps. Believe it or not. Give up 3 stone. And I will build. I can't find my steps, by the way.
let me see it just so that they haven't accidentally gotten put in the stone bag, which is possible. Yep, they have. So you probably paid. You probably paid at some point 3 stone instead, or 3 steps instead. So you should not have any stone left.
Okay, yes, thank you. I pay stones with steps. It's hilarious.
Probably means you don't have the stone
Yes.
now to
So that means.
afford a second set of steps.
Sorry, let me get it. Don't worry about it. Sorry, people. So that means I will get the stone. Sorry, you gave me 3, so that means the 3 stones meant to be the 3 steps. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Correct.
that's my eyes, people. Apologise. All right, so rather than that, I'll just get 2 stone because I don't think I should. Or should I get more potatoes? Should I get? I'm kidding. All right, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I want to trigger the last one by getting that green meeple and paying 1 potato or 1? This is interesting. I think I will do that. Just because.
All right.
Alright, I will take that one, and that means I get a point.
2 points.
2 points.
You're
right?
gonna get 2 points
Correct.
because it's the second
That's
eclipse here,
right,
so
yeah.
I will give you 2.
Thank you very
Festival, not eclipse. Too much talk.
much. Eclipse.
Yes.
Yes.
Festival.
Yes. I say that all the time, like between God, the statue, and everyone does that.
Alright, so 1 more turn each.
Yes.
I'm going to drop over here.
And it was also because people were asking about
Yeah.
Yes, I
Tabletopia
saw that,
earlier,
yeah.
and I've been working on the
Chat.
3rd expansion for it recently.
Ooh,
So
do I know this?
I think you do.
Yeah. Okay.
At least now
Yeah.
you do.
That's
Alright,
okay. I
so
might
I'm
have
going
read
to
it.
spend my statues. They're out of the game, correct?
That is correct.
Alright, let's go to the statue thing. So I'm going to move up 4 steps. 3 for the big one
Indeed.
and 1 for the small one. So
I'm
I now get all of these things here.
Yep.
So let me just zoom out to get them. So I get a potato and a god card from the deck, or can I go from the offer?
You can take either.
Let's see. It doesn't matter because I don't really have any. Let's see.
I'm enjoying the chat as well.
Mm-hmm.
Grab one from
I just
the-
produced some potatoes. in the
Yeah.
chat.
So basically, as far as the expansion goes, it's been teased before. We haven't done the official announcement for it yet. So
Okay.
there's no cover yet on Board Game Geek or anything. But yes, it will be the final expansion for Teotihuacan.
And for those who hasn't sent an email, so all you need is send me an email to meeple.university.giveaway@hotmail.com with, I almost said Teotihuacan, with Tawantinsuyu in the subject to be eligible to be entered into the giveaway at the end of this game. I'm going to write it down as well.
Okay, so the second one was to look at 2 warrior cards and take 1. So I've done that. The third one is to get a stone or a meeple from the nomads. So let's have a look. I will take a yellow meeple from the nomads and replenish that. And then the fourth one is to get 2 stone, of which I have plenty. So that is all those bonuses, and then these 5 points will come in the festival. Now,
Correct.
anyone else can discard one statue to go up one step.
I am not, because I don't have any statues.
So, did you... Hang on. Let me go back from the chat room. I get a free weaving card. Is that correct? Yes.
No, that's when someone does the corn temple.
No.
Yep.
Oh, is it? Hang on. Let me just...
Yeah, it's specifically the one.
Oh,
where
yes, not this one. Sorry, the corn temple.
Yeah. So, do you want to discard a statue?
I was like, this is like a painful choice for me at the moment. I keep getting like this, extra stuff from the statue, but it's only one for one. And what do I get for advancing in one? Is a 2 points and a potato
and a god card.
Yeah. Yes, okay, I will. This one.
My second action is going to be to look at two
Thank you, Raina.
warriors and take one.
And a god card, okay. Which I can take from whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. On my turn, I am going to use this god card here, and I will place my worker down on this spot. Now, normally that would cost 5, and this is reduced by 4 because of my steps. I will need to pay 1 food. I will pay 1 potato. And I get to perform just 1 action over there. However, I will most definitely perform the ability to buy weavings. So there's this one, and then we need 2 more. And the question is just, do I want to buy... So I already have this particular one, and I have those two. The red one I do not have, and that one I most definitely want to build. So I'm going to buy this one, and that will cost me just 1 corn. And because I have this passive building over here, every time that I make a match like this, I immediately get to activate that benefit. So I'm going to spend 1 gold to advance 1 step on this temple, which means that I will get to draw 2 of these army cards and discard 1. And then, Stella, you get to... you have the option of... taking... Okay, I'm going to discard this one. You have the option of taking one of those weavings, if you would like.
One of those 2?
Just the one remaining one.
Okay, hang on.
Or are they 2?
Yeah,
sorry,
this is
it was
2.
off.
Okay, yeah. Let me see what I've got. So I've got a gold and 3 potatoes. So I can get the gold and potentially... Yeah, I'll take this. So pay 2 corn.
That will cost you
2 corn?
2
Yeah,
corn, yes.
thank
And Tarrant, do you want the last one?
It rejuvenates me.
you. Ooh.
I could get an auto rejuvenate. That might... Is that worth
It
2
looks-
corn?
Yep, you'd get to rejuvenate
Both of them.
both of those.
However, my next high priest spot is also to rejuvenate. So free rejuvenating is not a bad thing, and I could just turn it into gold. All right, yep, I'll do it. I'll spend a corn and a gold to get this weaving, like so. And that turns that from a 6-point tapestry into a 10-point tapestry at the end of the game as well.
Whoa.
Now, the last thing that I'm going to do on my turn as a free action, I'm going to discard one of these army cards to be able to draw another god card. And I will draw from the top of the deck. Ooh, very happy with that one.
And then now the end of harvest.
Festival turn.
Correct, yes.
Okay, so everyone gets a free merchant action. If we do it in proper order, that would be starting with Stella.
Yep. So I'll get a gold and a warrior card. So let me get that gold. Woohoo! Gold! And then the weary card from face down. Okay.
Okay. Now for me, I get a gold. I get to flip both of these. With those, I get 3 points and I get a gold. So
I will give you the 3 victory points.
and I'll take the gold.
And on mine, I get 2 stone. Actually, I get a total of 4 stone because I have 2 of those matches. I have one here and one here. I get 3 potatoes. And then I have, unfortunately, I don't get anything right here, but I have 2 of these options where I get to spend a gold to advance on the temple, and I will definitely do that.
Well done.
So let me turn in those 2 gold, and this first step I get either a meeple or a stone, and then I get 2 stone for the second one. And I will definitely, because I'm out of workers already, I will take one of these, and I am planning on doing, let's say, this green one. So take that one and we refill. Yes.
Okay. All right. That's that one. Now we all gained the reward and victory points from the temple. Go back to the temple. So Raina and I get another 2 stone. Stella gets another god card and potato.
Do I have to get the god card?
Yes, but you can pay for
yes.
it with the potato you just picked up.
Yep. And Stella, you're going to get 2 points, so I will give you those.
Thank you.
Tarrant, you and I get 5 points, so I will give us those as well.
Okay.
Okay. Now we look at the conquests, and no one's been conquering, so that's the same as it was last time. 2 points. So there's only 1 casualty of war. So 2 points to Raina and 1 point to Stella.
Yep. Also, Stella, you should have been taking. So, did you take your resources from your 2 passive buildings? You should have 6
Yes, I'll do
potato,
it now.
a stone, and a corn.
Yeah. So I've got 7 god cards. Oh no, I just took the god card from the temple. So does that mean I have to pay for that one, or?
Yeah, but you pay
Yes, you
for
do.
it with the potato you just gained.
Okay, right. Okay.
Yep.
So that means I will pay this. So I get automatically 6. So I'm not gonna take because there's only 6, so I just pay 1. So that's even, and I just get a corn and a stone.
And I need to pay 4 for my 4 god cards.
As do I.
Yes.
Okay. Now you're refilling the village. Now we draw cards. So Stella is leading on points, so only gets 1 god card. Raina and I each take 2.
Yeah, got it.
And then in turn order, we can each discard 3 god cards for the.
From me?
Yeah.
Okay, here's my big turn. Woohoo! No. Maybe not. I will discard this. I'll put it down here maybe so it's separated, but I can still see it.
Yeah.
I will get 1 stone. And I will like to build that god, please, the big one this time.
It has to be the small one.
Oh,
That's the one that is depicted on there.
Oh no. It's so sad.
But you still get 3 points for doing so, though.
That's true. I was like, what, 9 points, but that's okay. So that cost me 3 stone.
Yep. And I've given you the points.
Thank you.
And you gained the stone?
Hang on. Yes, I have.
Yep.
Hang on. It's stuck here. Alright. That's the first one. So I give it away and then I got the god card back. Next one is I will discard. Is there any building I want? Okay, so any meeple is equal to white meeple.
Correct.
Ha! That is. Oh, sorry. I'm like AP again. Okay, I'll do the second one first. I'll do this one. So I get stone a potato again, and a point.
Okay,
Yep.
I'll give you the victory
Thank you very
point.
much. And one more. I want this. Okay, I'll do that. Alright, I'll do this then. I should have just played because I'll get the gold card bonus anyway, but I actually don't see any gold card in the first level. I have to go to the next level. I really need it now. Okay, I'll do it now. So that's the one stone. Yeah. Yeah. And this one. This seems to be a good one.
All right, and we don't refill this yet,
Yep.
so this will be refilled after we've all turned in our
Coin and
cards.
one stone payment. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Reina. Octer. Both.
Okay, so you all at home can see my cards. I don't have any fancy actions there. I'm going to spend that one for a point. Sorry, I've always struggled to move my marker. 1 point and 2 corn. Okay, I'm going to do that one for 3 corn. I'll sort out that mess in a little bit. And let's see which one of these is most useful to me. Do I want that?
No, Terrence A B. I'm not the only one.
I'll get that one for the gold. Okay.
Okay.
All right, I am most definitely going to turn in this one. I get a stone. I get to build a small statue, and oh no, there are none left of that type.
No, I'm sorry. Was that me?
Well, then I'm not doing that one. What am I doing instead? We are gonna go with the second plan then. Okay, I will do this and this, and I think, let me just check the symbols over there. I definitely need to spend this one, so I will get a total of 2 victory points, and then I get a stone and a potato, and then 2 gold. And again, because I have that passive building, this can definitely help me. So, all right, now all of these cards we are going to put back in this deck, if it would like to. Okay, it does not want to.
Sorry. I was just looking at what I'm going to do now. Maybe then. I have the potatoes, so you know, I'm a powerful potato lady.
There we go. Shuffle.
Is this my turn now, or you?
It
Yes.
is. So now
So
that's
it's-
the end of the festival.
Okay.
This goes back, and once we trigger the festival again, that will be
4 points.
the end of the game.
Yes.
Yep.
So totally 2/3 of the way, and then this is becoming faster, I think, because there's some technical issue at the start. All right, my go. Yes.
Yep, and there should be new weaving and build it.
I actually need to look at the player aid. Okay, I got it.
So we need to actually discard those the other buildings, Tarrant, as well.
Oh, yes. Right.
Okay, I would like to. Here's my go. This is the gold card I'm going to use. I got a matching one, so I got a gold. And then I will place my green meeple I'm not going to change it into white. I put it here, and that cost me 0 potatoes. Hang on. What's that? I've got a step here. This is my guard, and I'm down there. How much?
So that'll be 1 potato because the bottom
2
step
steps.
is 3,
That's right.
or 1 with a step.
Okay, so I pay 1 potato. Buy a potato. I can afford to lose one of you. And then I will, because this is green on green, I can do 2 actions. The first one, I'll get 2 stones. Oops, I will move the program by accident. So 2 stone. And the second one is building the god. Is that surprise? No, it's not surprise.
Statue.
So the big one.
I am very surprised.
Ding, ding, ding. So I'll pay 3 gold and 2 gold. Excuse me. I'm just putting away the right. So I'm paying stone, and I'm not paying stone with steps anymore. And we'll take. Tarrant, can you give me 9 points, please?
Yep.
Yeah, and then I will get. So I can get any of these different type of gods. Is that correct? Regardless of.
Yep. Any of the large. Is there one too many large ones in there?
Is it?
1, 2. Oh, there are 6 different icons. Sorry, I said 5 at the start.
There's 6, yes.
I said 5
Yep.
at the start of the video. My mistake.
That's okay. I'm sure people can.
Someone is was making a comment, by the way, about how the iconography is simple to understand. One of the things that was obviously a challenge was keeping the central board. I mean, there are so many. There are I think it's 86 spaces, worker placement spaces around the board, and plus all the different task icons and so forth,
Wow.
and keeping that clear so that you can at a quick glance see what options are available, which icons are there, and stuff. And we're very happy with the work of the graphic designer to make it be clear and easy to understand, and everything is consistent. And
I definitely
and stuff.
agree. The first time I played this with you, Reina, I was quite amazed. Like, oh yeah, this is a prototype game on Tabletopia. Like, it looks so good. I actually posted it on Instagram, and it looks like the actual board game. It's just like, obviously there's Tabletopia with Shadow as well, but yeah, I really like. And then yes, you say the icons. It's really it is icon heavy, but it is very good, very clear. Now I've just took the god that I want, and you, Tarrant, you gave me the points.
I did.
Yep.
Yes.
So I place the meeple. I do that. I do 2 actions, which I'm allowed to do, and now I can I can recruit meeple if I want to. I will recruit the top one, and I pay a potato. Thank you. Doesn't matter because everything can be white if I want to, but yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to play this card.
Sorry. Tarrant, I've got a quick question to Reina or maybe Tarrant. If I place a green meeple on a space where the adjacent is white meeple, because I've got that card that make my any color to white, so that means I got that extra action. Is that correct?
So you choose either. So if you were to place the green meeple on a green space, you either get the benefit of that or you get the benefit of it being white. So you decide. It's basically just all of them can be treated as their own color or as white, your choice.
But if I later on place another green meeple next to like another color of meeple, so the one that I've already placed now as this color, so it's as green, so I can only get the.
That is correct.
Got it. Thank you.
Correct.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Back to my turn. I'm going to play this card here. So that will let me put a courier here. It is in my quintant. Would cost me 2 food, but it's reduced to 1 because it's yellow. That's part of the yellow power. And he's the first one in that area, so I get 2 tasks here. The first one's going to be to build steps. So there's 3 to build steps here. Shuffle them around. So building those steps gives me 2 potatoes, a corn, and 6
And a total of
points.
6 points. Yep.
So that's that task. Second task is to build a statue, a big one. So 2 gold, like so. 3 stone, like so. And let's see. Which one of these do I want? I'll grab that one. Okay, which gives me another 9 points.
Alright, I'll give you 9. We're at 56.
Whew. Well done, Tarrant.
Caught up quickly. Alright, that is that. And do I want another worker? No.
Okay.
Alright. I'm going to place a green meeple on this bottom step right here.
Very good.
I do not have a god card, but I will spend a gold for that. I get 2 tasks. One of them is going to be to build a large statue. And I think I will take, let me see, I have a couple of options. And I will take this one. So that will cost me 3 stone and 2 gold. But instead of spending 2 gold, I will spend 5 stone. Because again, I have the ability to be a little bit more flexible with my resources. So 5 stone, 2 of those stones are for the extra gold, and then 1 gold here. And that is 9 points total, so I'm at 47. Then for my second task here, I'm going to collect the weavings. And, or do some weavings, yes. So this one and 2 more. Oops, let me move this back up. So I have this one, and then let me take 2 from here. And, oh, that is not my luck. Although, these 2, I do not have those symbols in my shorter weaving. But I have all of those in my longer ones. So I'm actually going to take, I can take 2 of these for 3 corn total. Now, again, I don't have corn, but I'm going to turn in these 4 stone.
Very good.
Turn those in and take 4 corn instead. And then out of this corn, obviously, so I'm spending 3 of that for those 2 weavings. Now, I will get some additional benefits for taking those 2. So let me go back here to my... because I can connect these. I can connect this one over here that will let me draw an army card. So let me go ahead and do that. And then the other one, I don't think I can really do a good match with it. So what I will do is I will rotate it this way and just place it. So I don't get a bonus for that at all. This last weaving here would go to you, Stella, if you would like it.
No, thank you. I don't have enough to pay.
And Tarrant?
No, not perfect for me either.
All right. And that's that. Now, do I want to recruit a...
The last weaving is out, so I assume these shuffle.
Yes, they shuffle. Just flip them over and shuffle them. So do I want to recruit a worker? And the answer to that is most definitely yes. I'm going to spend 1 potato, and I will take this blue worker from there, and that is my turn.
Okay.
Can I get... Raina, can you shuffle the weaving deck? Otherwise,
yeah, for sure.
Everyone will see me doing it. Thanks.
Okay. This is gonna cost so much, but here's what I'm going to do. Okay. So Tara, have a look at where I'm placing it.
Yep.
This blue meeple right here.
Yep.
That's gonna cost me
6.
potatoes. That's what I thought. This is where my potato queen status comes handy. So that's 6 potatoes all up.
By the way, they're saying that it's starting to lag again.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
So if you want to take a second to look at that, they're also asking about more information about the 3rd expansion for Teotihuacan. So I can talk about that while you're looking at the stream.
Yep.
So basically, so yes, it's the 3rd and final expansion, and what it's going to add to the game, there will be more modules in this one. One of the modules is going to be an alternate board for the Nobles section board, which is the one where you're constructing the buildings. And the theme of this expansion, each of them have been thematically based on kind of the timeline of the rise and of Teotihuacan to become a major metropolis of that time. This one is focused on the time of Conquest, where basically Teotihuacan had become a large city. People were moving out. They settled in new areas. Also at the time of the conquest of Tikal, when one of the former Teotihuacan generals basically took over as ruler in Tikal. So there's a bit of focus on that. So the buildings that you can place, rather than them going on that board, will go on to a new empire board, basically representing people leaving Teotihuacan to settle in new lands. There will also be obsidian as a wild resource in the game, so a few ways that you can acquire those. Also major discovery tiles, so ones that are more powerful than the regular discovery tiles in the game, but you have limited ways of acquiring those. There will also be altars in the game, so there are some of the spaces on the main game board between, basically on the long sides of the game board, there are some open spaces between the action boards, and there will be altars that will go there, and every player will have a shaman that they can use to activate those spaces for different benefits and so forth. So there are quite a few things that come in the expansion. Everything is going to be of course seamlessly integrated with the game and work well that way. So if you're familiar with the game, it's more advanced options, right? Things that would have been far too heavy to include in the game out of the box as a base game, but which are going to enhance the experience for people that are fans of the game.
That's good. Nice explanation, thank you. Now, I was just have been looking at the stream. I don't know, we've done that part that we've done. It's kind of like a little bit patchy, but some people say it's good, some people say it's not that great. So we're just going to keep going. So YN say the connection is still good. Shall we keep going? I'm hoping they'll improve.
Yes.
I don't think there's anything I can do more at this stage. So I'm going to finish my explain my action. So I put my blue meeple at the top there and playing this card of taking the 1 gold and giving myself 1 point. Now I can only oh no, I can only do 1 action. I forgot. I cannot do 2 actions. Oh, actually, I can make this white. That's right. And then pay 1 potato to do 2 actions, which I'm going to do. So
Yep. Now, did you pay the
6?
so this was a 6 potato,
so I've
yes.
just paid 7 potatoes. This is very expensive, but here it is. So I take 2 stones, and I'm gonna build a god with my 3 stone and 2 gold. How's that for big turn? No? Okay, never mind. Alright, so I will get another big giant god, which is this one.
For 9 more points.
Yes. Thank you so much.
So you'll be at 67.
Thank you. Alright, now I can recruit with 1 potato or 1 corn. I will recruit the green with 1 potato. Thank you.
Should we do the same trick we did last time? There's a few more people coming through saying it stopped. Should we restart the